Today, I got a smoking hot new pocket knife that I seriously believe is going to be the perfect, lightweight summer carry. It's the Vosteed Mini Psyop, made in collaboration with Tuffknives. I gotta stop saying stuff like, oh, this is my new favorite Vosteed. Because, every time I do that, they just go ahead and they end up releasing another new knife that just ends up beating it. All right, let's quickly just look at it next to a couple knives, so you can see what we're working with. So here it is, of course, next to the bug out, which a little bit smaller than, and then how about Delica, still a little bit smaller. Well, it's going to be, it's going to be bigger than the Baby Banner. But it is actually right about the same size as the Kaiser Mini Sheepdog. It's ridiculously lightweight at about $1.77, which is going to be lighter than the full-size bug out here, but also heavier than the Dragonfly. Now that it's getting hot outside, so if you're wearing athletic shorts or track pants, you can carry this no problem. It's not going to feel like, when you're swinging around a sock with a roll of quarters in it. No, this is going to be a really nice lightweight carry. Most little knives, without a forward finger choil, they just don't do much for me because, I'm not able to get a full 4-finger grip. I always got my pinky's going to be hanging off the end there. The Mini Psyop though, it's a small knife, and it's definitely an exception to that rule. It's a little guy, yet, I can still get a 4-finger grip because that handle design, lets me choke all the way up on that blade. It doesn't force my grip back, and away from the blade like this flipper version of the Mini Sheepdog. That's why I just absolutely love this thumb hole one. Now, if you looked at this knife on their website, okay, you're probably wondering, what the heck is Norplex Ultrex micarta, and how is it different from the regular stuff? Well, it's simple. Norplex is the company that owns the micarta trademark, and Ultrex is it's one of their products. Okay, it's a very durable type of micarta that they make specifically for cosmetic and aesthetic applications, well, like this. So what does that mean in the real world? Well, one thing that I've noticed is it doesn't darken or patina as fast as other micarta. For example, the scales on this Fox Knives Yaru, they started changing color within, the first 24 hours of me just owning this thing. I mean, I was able to force the patina just by rubbing it with my thumb for a couple of minutes. And, I've been carrying the heck out of this Mini Psyop since I got it. And, the color's barely changed. And, this thing still looks... Look at that. It still looks practically brand new. It's not a smooth micarta. You can definitely feel the texture, which I like because, well, that means this traction, it's good to go. You can also get this in carbon fiber with either a black stonewash or a satin finish blade. I absolutely love this 2.69 inch drop point blade, which is huge for me because, I almost care more about the shape than I do the blade steel. Okay, maybe I'm being a little bit dramatic, but you get my point. It's a good looking blade. When I unboxed it, I totally expected 14C28N Sandvik or, Nitro V steel. I was so surprised to see a super steel like LMAX on here. Okay, it's not the toughest steel out there, but it is tougher than something like M390, and it's even slightly easier to sharpen. So, of course, premium steel is, it's going to cost more than a budget knife, but honestly, I don't think it's obscene at $129. So, sure, I'm a Benchmade fan, but can you imagine what they would charge for something like this? Now, on Vosteed's website, it says that the blade finish is it's a bead blast stonewash, but it just kind of looks like regular stonewash to me. It also says on their website that it's 2.5 millimeters thick, but according to my calipers, it's 2.4, which is going to be, it's just a hair thicker than the bug out blade here. But hey, don't take my word for it. Let's see what it can do, and then I'll go ahead and zoom in, and we'll see how that finish holds up. Because a bead blast, usually that stuff mars pretty easy. Holy cow! Are you seeing this? Okay, that's user error. Started to fold. But, man, this thing... Let's see what it can do through a double piece. Oh, my gosh. Hot knife through butter. Oh, wait, there's a little something there in the light. Did you see that? Right there in the center, just a little bit. Let me see if that wipes off. Hold on. Wow. Yes, it did. Oh, and did you notice the aluminum thumb studs here? And then the back spacer? Yeah, this is a first for me because they're rose gold, which I think looks friggin' awesome. The blade is riding on a ceramic ball bearing pivot, so yeah, it's got some great action. I mean, look at this. Does it dangle? Well, of course it does. It's a crossbar. Yeah, but it has some really strong, like the Omega springs are really strong, just how I like it. And, oh, yeah, they even went ahead and they give you some extras. And you can totally tell that it's got some good springs inside by just the way, look at this. Yeah, the way that it just kind of sucks in that blade when it closes. Yeah, so that thing does not move at all when you shake it. It's going to be kind of tough for me to see, so you got to take my word for it. But inside it does have some steel liners. Let me see if I can get a shot of it. Okay, no. Yeah, but they're in there. And with a perfectly centered... Yeah, that's a perfectly centered blade. Absolutely zero play in any direction, up, down, left, right, and I'm really wrenching on this thing. Nothing, not even a slight tick. And then you can see that there's no hole in this pivot screw. So yeah, it is in fact captured. So you're only going to need just the one T8 to adjust it. Man, do I love this. It is a 2-position deep carry pocket clip that does, you can see, yeah, it does sit on top of the scales, but they use flat screws. So it's all good. All right. So if you couldn't already tell, which way I'm leaning, yeah, it's a must buy, if you can swing it. Look at it this way, instead of buying like, I don't know, two $65 budget knives. Okay. Put your money into one high quality knife, with premium blade steel, that's going to just make you smile every time you pull it out of your pocket to cut some. Hey, and if you like this video, just let me know by giving it a thumbs up. On the screen now is going to be a video that I picked out for you to go ahead and watch next. And hey, if you haven't already, consider subscribing if you're looking for knife reviews. They get right to the point. And oh, don't forget, look me up on Instagram. I've been posting a lot on there lately. And look at this. Guys, I got stickers. Get a hold of me, thenifebeater@gmail.com.